My name is Carl Carty, former City of Columbus, Ohio electrical safety inspector, instructor, inventor, and founder of CoolWire. Expert witness for the NFPA in 2007, the issue of wires overheating in raceways, which have caused many fires and ID theft. The 1980 MGM Grand Fire, where 85 people died. ID theft, the 1985 Browns Ferry Power Plant fire. The long and short of this story, and I've got a longer video, 22 minutes for anybody that wants to sit down for more detail. This one talks about an overall view. 2007, the NFPA had me as an expert witness, public record of everything I'm about to say. In San Diego, to counter a TIA, temporary interim amendment, a end run around the National Electric Code, which is governed by the NFPA. Ohio and many states adopt this code, as well as the International Building Code. These are the law of almost every state in the United States, and the guidance for other countries as well. What this is about are too many wires in raceways. It causes fires. Wires heat up the more that are in the proximity of each other, which limits two things: the number of and the percentage of fill. Heat does not dissipate. So I invented something, patented, and then eventually got funded by Ohio's Third Frontier with their partners, venture capitalists, and other people. Formed a business after I was wrongfully fired by the City of Columbus, because they decided they could play God and didn't have to follow the law. This was 2008. Mayor Coleman, with Governor Ted Strickland, both Democrats, bowed down with Nationwide Insurance, who was redoing all three of their high-rise buildings, risking the lives of every employee in that building, their entire business structure, their investors, partners, and different aspects all the way down the line. They far exceeded what is allowed by law in the National Electric Code, NEC 310.15, adjustment factors, and the tables, and also in Articles 317. They didn't follow the law. Mayor Coleman, City of Columbus, and then the state, after I did what the Ethics Commission advised in this process, which is file complaint with the Ohio's Board of Building Standards, as their duty to see that the laws are enforced. Building codes and building officials follow the laws to protect, number one, lives, and two, property, not the business aspects of who pays their campaign funds, which is the case in many instances, such as this. Nationwide owns all of them, both Democrats and Republicans. Then they didn't follow their laws, the laws of the land. August they fired me. November 14th, on a Friday, it resulted in a major blackout of an American Electric AEP transformer, one of the major factors that causes a lot of our utility blackouts as well today. Using what's called load diversity. Load diversity is not applied in this way. It's used by utilities and other applications that I won't go into the detail at this moment, but in this application it's not. And they did it trying to use it as such and then try to cover their tracks. Well, blew the transformer. I'm posting a video that one of the firemen fighting it posted on YouTube, an indication of it. Knocked power out to the entire north end of Columbus. People trapped in elevators and high-rise buildings and hotels and everything, and lost business revenue, inconvenience, and possibly even health conditions were put at risk. Now, fast forward, they tried to make a deal with me on the following Monday, which they couldn't track me down. Tuesday, afterwards, we sat down, a federal mediator. Their offers were not to correct their mistakes, and protect people's lives or follow the laws. They just wanted to cover their own tracks and get away with crime. I told them that I'll lose everything, and I pretty much have. And I'll see them in jail in the end. Now, as an American citizen, we're all facing tremendous obstacles today, and with each day Obama in office and different things and businesses. And it doesn't matter Democrat or Republican. They're all common crooks. Under Strickland and Mayor Coleman, who is still today the mayor, and it's the same. John Kasich, Ohio's governor, after I get this business up and running with Ohio Third Frontier and their venture partners, a combination of state grants and venture capitalists, typically fund nano and biotechnology, very few energy. We happen to be one of them, because number one, the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission, Department of Energy, every top engineer in Ohio, including Ohio State universities. The most common phrase is, "This is so simple, I should have thought of it." Well, they didn't. I did. I was in a position of to protect people's lives, and I took my oath seriously. These people didn't. I followed the Ethics Commission's advice. I did everything as a person is supposed to in that position, knowing that I was going to get thrown under the bus. A little side note, had they followed the law, Ohio might not have gone for Obama in 2008, but they didn't. And now the entire United States has Obama. On the road to communism. But with the NSA and the IRS and everything else that's going down. Now under John Kasich, Ohio passed by the voters a law that allowed casinos in Ohio. 4 casinos, and then they adopted racinos. Now, the casino people all know the problem. The Board of Building Standards trying to cover their tracks, criminal, now Republicans and Democrats combination, the state level, higher level administrative people trying to protect themselves and their cash cow, which is, or the goose that lays the golden egg, which is the Board of Building Standards. It's not about protecting people or property. It's about money. They decide to play God. Ohio's Constitution, 1506.C7 states, all casinos shall, keyword shall, follow the laws and codes adopted by Ohio. We had our orders, purchase orders, and stuff. They were ready to go and follow the law until a Board of Building Standards person decided that he could bypass Ohio's laws, the Constitution, just to cover their own political tail ends. Well, we filed in the Ohio Court of Claims, which is where you file. The fox guarding the chicken hen turned it down. 10th Circuit Court of Appeals didn't even review it. The Ohio Supreme Court, which is, all 3 courts now are run by the Republican Party. Prior to Kasich, it was under the Democrats, under Strickland. Both are corrupt as can be. They don't care about people's lives. They don't care about the Constitution, whether it's Ohio or the United States Constitution. They don't care about jobs. They don't care that people in this country, in this state, are having to, if they find jobs, they're temporary jobs. They're part-time jobs. Our state of Ohio and the state of the United States is in a terrible, terrible condition. Many times, people come forward. They risk everything, just like our founders. Typically, we are called whistleblowers within the government. Somebody came forward on Fast and Furious, blew the whistle. Somebody's blown the whistle on Benghazi. Anybody that exposes the corruption within government, you have a long, hard road to toe. Most of us that do, we know what we're facing. We lose our homes, we lose our families, we lose everything. The one thing that we can stand on is that we know before God and our conscience and our loved ones that we did the right thing, and our fellow citizens. I ask that each of you look into the links that are posted on here. The videos, the court case information, read the papers, pass and share this to everyone you know. This has to get out to everyone. Tea Party independents, Republicans, Democrats. The party is not the American people. They and the elected officials are supposed to work for us. We are not their slaves. They cannot violate the laws in the Constitution, whether it's a Second Amendment, the right to privacy, invasion without a warrant. It doesn't matter. When we take an oath as government officials, military, police, you have to follow that oath. If you don't, we have some in the military and police. They're called, I believe they call themselves the oathers. Whatever. Take it serious, because we do answer to God and we answer to our fellow man. Please, please research this and pass it on. I will post more information. Thank you very much. Carl Carty. The product is Cool Wire, and I'm not promoting it. I want people to know what our politicians have and are doing. They've trampled on the U.S. Constitution, they've trampled on the Ohio Constitution, and they put lives at risk, as we all know. Please, do your due diligence. This is your time as an American.